Mark coming to you from Baker's Green Acres. I am out today. It's the 30th of March, and it's like not a real nice day out today. We had rain last night, and it's down around 30 degrees, so it's creating a little bit of a problem. You see the ice, you know, it's everywhere. Everything's coated with ice. I'll turn around and show you. Everything is covered with ice, so it's treacherous walking. All right, so today's a good day to probably work on some inside projects, estimating or things like that, right? So, but I wanted to document this because I just came out, I couldn't help myself. We lit off 2 biochar burns yesterday afternoon, and didn't come out to check them last night after the show. I just didn't feel like it. And so I just came out to check them, made my way out here through the ice. And then I want to show you what came of this, because it was really interesting. We have 2 different retorts going out here. I'll show them to you real quick. This is one we built yesterday. This is just a trainer type thing for homesteaders that want to start a biochar program. It's just a 50-gallon barrel with a 15-gallon barrel inside of it. It's wrapped in refractory, and you know, you have to go through a process to get it to burn. But I did get a pretty nice jag of really good quality biochar right there. We didn't pack it very tight, and there's probably a third of a fifth. So there's 5 gallons in there. Yeah, about 5 gallons. Pretty good biochar. Yeah, it's not real bright, but it looks the same as this. This came out of old number 5. Old number 5 has gotten some upgrades here recently, and we burned it yesterday after the upgrades for the first time. They weren't any upgrades that would change the way it works, but it did a really good job. And this was the yield from it. So it was about, I'd say if we did it by gallons, that's a 50-gallon barrel, 53 gallons. So it was probably a little over the second ring. So that gives you an idea how much was in it. And this was just wood that we took off of our firewood pile and broke it up a little smaller. And I did some experimentation that I wanted to show you. This is a loaf of, oh wow, it just fell apart right in my hand. This is a loaf of bread. It's a full-size loaf of bread. And it was fairly fresh. I mean, it was still, the expiration date on it was still okay. I have a junk bread contract. And these are, here's another piece of it. You can see the outside of it. But everything that is not carbon was removed. This is just all pure carbon right here. And there was another piece that I thought was kind of interesting. Oh yeah, does that look familiar? That's a piece of French bread. I put in I broke them in half and put them in. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a full load of bread. Full load of bread, because I have more bread than I can feed. And I think it would be fun to make biochar, like a lot of biochar, out of bread. And then, you know, I like to feed biochar to my animals. It's probably one of the smartest things you can do in a livestock operation. But it's good for the homesteader. You should get a biochar maker going. There's several ways that you can do it. And then there's several things you can do with the biochar. You can inoculate it, you can feed it straight, you can mix it with compost. But the idea is the biochar protects bacteria, and the livestock, our livestock needs bacteria in their gut, right? So that's why this is so beneficial. Even when we're working with this, if you came to my house and there was a a basket of this sitting on the table, and I've actually done this. People will pick it up and look at it and feel the way it feels in their hand. Being it's pure carbon and we're carbon-based units, I guess there's a symbiosis between us. See how it shines? All the pieces look slightly different, and they're they make a funny sound when you handle them. Listen. They're kind of musical char. And biochar goes by many different names. I see there's people on here from New England, and so I have to speak in your vernacular. This would be called biochar, right? And if you're from the South, I lived there for a while, they would call it biochar, right? I don't know what people from New Jersey call it. It doesn't matter, really. But this is good stuff. I thought I'd show you this. This was the burn that we did yesterday. I couldn't resist coming out and looking at it this morning. And I hope you have a good day.